Jason Stark put out his 2025 midseason awards right now.
No.
AL MVP for him, Aaron Judge. NL MVP for him, Shohei Ohtani. So he's got Cal second, Raleigh, and Pete Crow Armstrong second, PCA, in the National League. Let's start there real quick. Like, don't like?
I like, but Raleigh's a strong 1B. Right now he is.
Okay.
He's a stud.
What about Ohtani over PCA?
I would say Ohtani, and I like Ohtani there right now.
You like Ohtani there? Okay. And obviously Ohtani's going to keep pitching and racking up more innings. Yeah. I know they're going to slow play it, but it helps. Kratz looks like he's got other thoughts in the National League.
I would say PCA. The more he keeps pitching, he might just run away with it. But what PCA did, he's put this team. He's put not on his back because Kyle Tucker's been helping too, and other guys. It's a full team effort. But man, PCA's first half, and I agree with him on the Judge part. I'm not saying that Cal Raleigh's not going to win it, but I think Judge, what he did in the first half, is also historical.
Everything that PCA is doing is elite, right? Base running, defense,
everything,
power, clutch, everything. Yeah, I'm a big PCA guy, but Ohtani could play catch to 6 and in the playoffs, maybe even 7 if he's really feeling himself. Let's go over the LVPs. So Jason Stark from his article in The Athletic listed the AL LVP, least valuable players, so underperformers, as Luis Robert, who really is having a down year, and it's a bummer, obviously, for White Sox fans, but really for another team that could have acquired him, and he's such a talent. He just hasn't figured it out. Adolis Garcia having a down year, and then he listed Anthony Rendon as a Career Achievement Award, which is fair. On the National League side, Michael Harris, who we've talked about a couple times in the past week, he really right now among qualified players is the worst in baseball. Ozzie Albies having a super down year, and Brian Reynolds on this list, who could get traded, but it has to be to a team that believes that this is a blip in the radar. I think so. But what do you think of the LVPs?
I get Luis Robert, man. It's tough. He had, 39 homers last year, the year before, almost reached the 40 mark, and now it's just been hit or miss with this guy, bro. I don't know. It's a tough one. I would agree. Adolis has got to figure it out. Rendon just hasn't played, so I don't even know what you do with that one.
Yeah.
Harris had a great year last year, too. No, am I mistaken? Am I thinking about the wrong guy?
No.
He was batting ninth for the Braves, right? He did pretty darn good in that 9-hole.
Harris in his career has had nothing like this. I mean, this is I believe this is year 4 in his career. Yeah, this is season 4 in his career. He's had nothing like this. His first 3 seasons, I mean, he was the best in 2022, his rookie year, right?
Just remember him going on a tear batting ninth.
Yeah, his offense has gone down year to year here, but even still last year, he was about league average offensive player, and he's an elite defender, good base runner. But yeah, Kratz, it could be a case of the league starting to figure him out. I know now he's in his head at this point, but the offensive numbers went from rookie year, second year, down another 10-15%, another 10-15% last year, and then this year it's a mess.
It's a mess, and again, I talked about strikeouts earlier. I just don't know where the strikeouts and came from in this sense. I mean, he's a 100 strikeout guy, but I guess people will say metrically, analytically, well, if you don't control the strike zone, he doesn't walk a lot. This is going to catch up to you. It doesn't last if you don't control the strike zone. To me, the Luis Robert thing is crazy though. Least valuable player, and I would be one of them, would have been like, how motivated really is this guy? Guy's got 22 bags. So when he's getting on, he wants to get after it. He just has to figure out a way to put together consistent at-bats. And to me, I think, even a hot month this year, he could have worked himself into a big trade and everybody would have said he was back. He's just like any other elite prospect where it's like, as soon as you show a glimpse of something, they're like, yep. This is it. This is the guy we're paying. Reason we got him the extension, 39 home run guy, and he just hasn't been there.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Matt Gelb covers the Phillies for The Athletic and put out a story this morning saying what we're hearing about the Phillies trade deadline plans. Will they take a bigger swing? I mean, I'll answer that. It's Dave Dombrowski, yes, and the window's closing for them at some point. So he talked about how Major League sources said initial indications are the Phillies want to shop this July in a more expensive aisle than the rental one, and they feel like they have the prospects to pull it off. They have a specific interest in the American League Central. Sounds like they're scouting the Twins. There could be a match with the Guardians as well. The first direction I'm going, if I hear those two teams, Kratz, is Yohan Duran and Emmanuel Clase. They want controllable, high-leverage arms to fix the bullpen. Do you think they can pull off a deal like that?
Are you willing to give up some of your starting pitching prospects, maybe even like a Justin Crawford? I mean, Clase's that's. I actually said this jokingly to my son yesterday when we were driving home. Would you be willing to give up Mick Abel and two of your best prospects? Obviously, I think Andrew Painter is off the table. But Mick Abel's shown he can pitch in the big leagues. Is he elite yet? No. But the Guardians, in my opinion, they don't want just like low-level prospects. They always trade these guys for guys who are either big league ready or close to big league ready. So Clase may be a little bit of a push, but it's funny because strikeouts. The Phillies really need and want strikeouts in the back end of their bullpen. And both of those guys, while they are elite arms and there's some ridiculousness coming out of them, you're not talking about like dudes that are striking out 14 guys per nine. They're not striking out the world. And will Philly fans be able to be okay with the fact that Emmanuel Clase, didn't have a great playoffs last year? Like that's a fear. But if you have a chance to get either one of those closers, an actual bona fide closer, Dombrowski will do it.
That's what he does. That's what Dave Dombrowski does. That's what he does. He trades his best players. He tries to win. He gets your team to the World Series. You might not win it, but that's what he does, and I love it. Listen, if I was a Phillies fan, who cares? You're going to trade your best two prospects. You know what? There's a draft in about 2 days where they can go get more prospects, and he can refill the system and hype them up and then trade them again for big league players. This is what we just talked about, the anti-Orioles. They're not that far away. Dombrowski goes and does it. Good for you, Dave. I love you, plus you're Polish. Go Polish.
And hey, they did multiple deals last year that involved bullpen pieces going left and right with the Orioles. I wouldn't sleep on them either. I mean, Michael Elias is already indicating that he's in more of the 10-year plan mode, if you want to backtrack on the show from today. Felix Bautista is controllable for multiple years. He, I think, can close out a big playoff game, World Series, whatever you want to call it, right, against big hitters. And he would look real nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Orioles should trade him, but I didn't think they should trade the guy that we just talked about earlier in Brian Baker. But, okay, so let's try and do this then. I mean, the simple version. Kratz, you brought it up. Mick Abel plus either Aiden Miller or Justin Crawford. Do one of those guys combined with Mick Abel, I think, get it done on the Orioles, Guardians, or Twins side? I say yes. Do the Phillies do that? Do they take two of those guys and trade them away? Like, let's say Miller. I think Miller's rated higher on most sites than Crawford. Okay, so let's go with the higher rated prospect. Aiden Miller and Mick Abel for one of those closers. Do you think Philly fans would be okay with that? Because that is a pretty big package. Those are two A-list prospects.
I think they definitely work, and I think that fit is in Cleveland. Looking for a shortstop. I don't think the Orioles necessarily want. I mean, Aiden Miller right now is supposedly going to play a third, so maybe that's where it goes. But he's a shortstop currently, and to me, I think Philly fans are 100% fine with that. Look at the history of Philly prospects that have been traded, and it's worked out pretty well.